Hola amigos, hello, how are we? Welcome to Simply Forex, welcome to the live stream. What is today? Today is Wednesday the 12th of February. I don't normally tell you the day, but hey, let's go for it. Guys, we are going to do lots of things in this live stream. We are going to look at trades that are shaping up and potentially we can take. I really like Euro Swiss franc still. We just haven't had anything to tell us to start buying it as yet. All right, but I'll explain what I am looking for. Also, guys, we will take as many of your questions as we can. Yeah, don't be shy. Ask any questions you like about anything you like. And I was even chatting to the editor earlier. I was like, look, let's just talk about anything. I mean, you're here to talk about trading, of course, but if you want to talk about, work and how you want to give it up and trade, or anything, life in general, guys. If you want to talk about anything, we can. What else are we going to do? We're also going to look at the economic calendar right now because we do have some important CPI inflation data coming out later, right? So I'm not in any trades. I'm specifically not in any US dollar trades. So this is, a lot of news coming out this afternoon, this evening, depending on where you are. Out of the US, guys. So we've got inflation, we've got Fed Chair Powell testifying, we've got crude oil inventories, got 10-year note auction, and even before that, we've got an OPEC monthly report. So that's literally come out now. So we can take a quick look at oil, right? So that is obviously going to affect oil, but no big reaction as yet, guys, all right? Let's start with a trade that I am looking at, and it is Euro Swiss franc. And I still want to enter this trade. It's just that it's broken down on the H1. So how will I trade this, right? So nothing's changed on the day chart, right? We are in this bang, we're in an uptrend, right? Higher highs, these lows held, okay? Nice big bullish candle, right? The idea is still to come all the way back up to this big psychological level, right? This 0.9500. Really like this trade. If we drop to the H4, right, it's, nothing's telling me to buy as yet, right? We're in an uptrend. That is not in any doubt, right? You don't have to be Warren Buffett to see that is in an uptrend. But, do you want to start buying that H4 candle? And answers on a postcard, just write into Simply Forex Dubai and it will find us. But is the answer, right? We don't want to buy that super bearish candle. That is more bearish than a grizzly, right? So we'll see how this pans out. Maybe it does want to retrace a little bit further. Moving average 20 catches up, right? It might want to come down to this level. But if we look at the H1, excuse me, guys, I'm just catching the usual amount of coughs and colds from my daughter, as I always do. Now, having said that on the H4 with Euro Swiss franc, I am still interested if we get a break up. Is that the right word? If we get a build up in structure, right? So H1 this is where we're at. And you can see my alarm is in here, because if price does something like this and then, and then we get a break of this level, I'm still very much interested in buying Euro Swiss franc. So that's how it would look on the H1 chart. That would be my entry. Now, on the H4, it will look very different, right? If price comes up, we've got this bearish candle. Let's say price continues down to here, and then we get a nice bullish candle. Then I would buy from here, stops below here, and take price higher. So H4, H1, I've got options and what I'm looking at to take this trade. And to be honest with you guys, this is the only trade that I'm really looking at the moment. Aussie dollar, Swiss franc, and also New Zealand CAD, actually. So let's take a quick look at New Zealand CAD. Right, I'm waiting for a H4 structure break. Right, this New Zealand CAD, this is the H4, and this has proven to be a very pivotal level. And this candle right here has not quite broken those lows because of that wick. I need the body of that candle to break that wick, right? Talk about bodies and wicks. Sorry, I'm a child. And then if I get a H4 candle that actually breaks like this, then I'm very much interested in selling New Zealand CAD. Maybe a slight retrace, stops above here, look to take price lower. All right, so that's what I am looking at, guys. But let's see what you guys are looking at and see what questions you have in store for moi. Right, let's go on the live chat. Who have we got in? Godwin, how are you, Godwin? Hi, Tom. Hi, Godwin. Brett, how are you, mate? Mike F, hi, guys. Yusuf, good afternoon. Yeah, it's afternoon here. I had to think about that. Yeah, just after 4 p.m. That's afternoon, not evening. For Pello, how are you, mate? Brett's got a question. Tom, if you had to do something else other than trading, what would it be? Okay, strippergram. No, I'm only joking. I will give that some thought. Good question. Matic, good afternoon, my trading community. That's it, Matic. We are your trading community. We are all one big happy family. Brett also wants to take a look at Aussie dollar CAD. No problem. Tony, hi. Michael, hi. Investing with Ian. We've got a question there as well. Right. So Cedric, hello. Wenlam, hi. Offman, how are you? Haven't seen your name for a while. Cedric, how are you? So let's start with that first question. I quite like this question. We don't have to talk about trading. We can talk about other things. So here's a question, right? Tom, if you had to do something else other than trading, what would it be? So I've done a load of jobs that I don't like all of us. I was in the corporate world for bloody years. And yeah, didn't really enjoy any of them. What would I be? I like economics. So if I had my time again, right, I would. So my degree, I got a degree, believe it or not, in business and marketing, right? And that's what led me into the corporate world, right? But I just wish I hadn't bothered. But of course, it's all, no regrets. You need some money to start things you want to do, right? And the corporate world's a good thing for that. But I would have done, anyway, long-winded answer, I apologize. I would have done economics and I would have got into banking. Now, I know everyone thinks bankers are rankers, but that's what I would have done. It interests me, right? How the markets move, analyzing things. It's not far off what I'm doing now, right? But doing it for one of the big banks or a Goldman Sachs or something. Yeah, I would have enjoyed doing that and getting into one of the big boys and trading from there. I would have, yeah, which is a bit of a cop-out because it's pretty much what I'm doing, just not on their scale. But yeah, I would have done economics and become a banker. So there you go. Other than that, strippergram. Yeah, excellent answer. Right, Brett, appreciate that question. Good. Start things a bit light-hearted. Okay, investing with Ian. Hi, Tom. I'll get to Aussie dollar CAD, Brett, in a second. Let's bring it up. Hi, Tom. Just a quick question. Do you only take trades on a support and resistance area? Thank you, Tom. Now, that's a good question. Is it only support and resistance? Not always. No, right? Not always. Well, let me find an example, right? I'm just trying to find an example. Right, this would be a good example, right? So CAD yen. This is the H4 chart, right? Now, first of all, right, my entries have something to do with support and resistance. So let's say you traded the breakout, right? This candle broke out for me, but we are breaking support and resistance, but it's not at the support and resistance level. So I might start buying here at 50% normal trade size, right? And then if it retraces into here, I'll hit it with another 50%. Right, this is how I build trades sometimes, right? So the answer there is no, right? I've started buying here, and that's not at support or resistance, but it has broken. Okay, so there's one example where I wouldn't. And then also this, guys, right? If I see this great big move up, chances are that it will trace to this level, which is a support level. Maybe not. There may not be a high probability of it retracing that much. So in that instance, Christ, get my teeth in. In that instance, I would use perhaps moving average 20. Let's say price come down to the moving average 20, and then we got a bullish candle like this. I would enter on that, right? And that is not at this support and resistance level. But I would also argue the moving average 20 is dynamic support and resistance, right? So it's not a clear cut answer, Ian, but I hope that makes sense, right? I will trade breakouts. They're not at support and resistance levels. And I will trade retraces close to or at the moving average 20, which may not be a support or resistance level on the chart, but I will still take that as a buy. All right. So yeah, there you go. Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, the slowest moving pair in the history of trading. I think Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar is probably a bit slower, but you get the gist, right? Aussie dollar CAD, for it to hit target, you need to be a patient man. Takes forever. And Brett, I know you had a sell trade on this, and I have to agree, right? If we look at the weekly, right, I would sell this bad boy at the moving average 20, right? Again, dynamic resistance, right? Just going back to our last point. In a downtrend, had a massive bearish candle. It does not get much more bearish than that, right? So weekly, we really like, potentially all the way down to these lows. Daily, we also like, right? The one thing, I preferred New Zealand CAD because we didn't quite get a break of these lows. All of these wicks closed back inside, right? But we are getting lower highs, right? We stop making higher highs, and potentially we're getting lower highs. Okay, price is below the moving average 20, right? You can see it's again using that level as resistance and this gray zone as resistance. So we're at a really nice resistance level. And then just what gets overlooked by a lot of traders is just look at those candles. All of those candles, look at the wicks. Wick, 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 right? We've got some wicks that are bigger than others. And I'm talking about trading, nothing else, right? But these, you've got big wick. I'm not going to carry on, right? But you've got all these wicks up here, okay? Now, that is telling you sellers are there, right? Crystal clear. It's not me making it up. It's not me, saying, oh, yeah, I think there could be sellers there. There's sellers there, right? The candles are telling you that. So I would sell potentially back down to these lows, if not further, right? So sells all the way with Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. If we look at H4, right? I mean, there is an important level through here, right? Same with New Zealand CAD. It was once support, right? Support, if we break this level, retest, moving average 20 comes round, I think we've got a really nice sell trade on our hands. Okay. Now it will depend on how this H4 candle finishes, right? Because what a difference a couple of hours can make, right? So let's say the H4 candle finishes like that, right? We're all thinking, right, Tom, we've broken support. Let's sell this bad boy. And I will be like, yes, guys, totally with you. Great thinking. Okay. Now, if you get a candle that finishes like this, right, you'll be thinking, Tom, do not sell that bad boy. That was a terrible idea. Right. And that's the difference of 2 hours, right? It's 4 o'clock. Well, an hour and 45 minutes, right? The H4 candle will finish forming in an hour and 45 minutes. And it could make all the difference. If you've got a candle like that, that's arguably a buy trade. So for me, it really depends what this H4 candle does. We get a break, sell it. All right. So yeah, I saw your trade in the VIP, Brett, and yeah, I'm liking sales because on the H1 I know it's broken down. Right. On the H1, this area here was technically the last H1 lows, and this candle right here broke those lows, but straight into support. Right. So H1 we have had a breakdown. All right, so yeah, Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, we like for sells. Right, what else have we got? Cedric. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a second, guys. Let me just mention a couple of things. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash the like button. And if you're looking for a prop firm challenge right now, check out this vid.
Exciting news, Simply Forex has partnered with Blueberry Funded, a proprietary trading firm backed by a world-class award-winning broker, Blueberry Markets. So if you want to increase your trading capital without increasing risk, plus benefit from some of the best spreads in the prop firm industry, then Blueberry Funded is the prop firm for you. Their challenges are innovative and sustainable with regular payouts, and their customer service and cutting-edge technology create a seamless experience. For all of these reasons, you get access to a prop firm that truly understands traders' needs and provides the tools you need for success. Support Simply Forex and take your trading to the next level. Click the link in the description and sign up now.
All right, guys, there you go. Yeah, if you're looking for a prop firm, 25% off with Blueberry Funded. Go check it out. All the links are in the live chat. Right, Cedric, pound yen. Let's take a look. Now, yen, this is like literally the difference of a day, right? If we look at the day chart, like literally, let's just go back. Let's go back in time. Let's use the Back to the Future DeLorean time machine that TradingView kindly put on there. Right. So, you know, this was literally a day ago. Right. You're thinking sell, 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 sell. Even this wick on this green candle, everything's saying sell. And then what a difference a day makes. Come out of there, kapow. Right, that has retraced with a vengeance. Now, if we look at the weekly chart, right, this candle, this massively bearish candle right here, don't know why I'm doing these funny lines, but these ones here, it's broken that low and it has room to move into, right, back to this 185 psychological level. So from a weekly point of view, right, this is a sell trade all day, right? Below moving average 20 as well. I'm selling pound yen. Okay. Now let's look at the day chart. Again, right? If we start here, just so you understand what we're looking for in terms of structure, we are clearly in a downtrend, right? Lower highs, lower lows. And we have retraced to a beautiful level, right? I really bloody like this kind of level, right? When you have a piece of support turned resistance, right? And you have the moving average 20 coming down as well, right? This is like double whammy. This is double whammy resistance. Okay, such a nice level to sell potentially, you know, back down to here, if not further, right? Because of that weekly chart. Now, everything is telling us, so structure and trend, support and resistance, we have value because it's retraced so much. So everything is telling us to sell, but the one thing that isn't, and it's super duper important, right, is the candle, right? I wouldn't sell that candle, right? And you'll be glad you didn't. Price shot up, right? And as we currently stand, again, this is a daily candle. This hasn't finished forming. I would not be selling that as it if it finished like this right now. Okay. So today it's not a trade for me, right? So pound yen was not one of my trade ideas for today. I'll come back and review it tomorrow. Now, let's imagine I wake up tomorrow morning, I wipe all the dribble off my pillow. Yeah, sorry, just trying to make it. I have my bran flakes with blueberries, right? I sit down and I start looking at the charts again, right? I do it every morning. I have a very strict routine every morning. I suggest you have the same to get you in the trading mindset. You don't have to dribble, though. That's the only thing, right? But you do have to have bran flakes and blueberries with milk. It is breakfast of champions. Or my new one, guys, I know you don't care, but I'm going to tell you anyway. My new one is probiotic yogurt, right? Put bran flakes in it and blueberries and then a bit of honey and then just mix it all up and crunch all the bran flakes up as well. And that is a breakfast of champions. Anyway, back to pound yen. So if I wake up tomorrow morning, right, and I see this candle, not interested, right? If I wake up tomorrow morning and I see a candle, let's just do it next to it. If I see a candle that looks like that, interested, right? Or even if it looks like this and it's just a, you know, doesn't have to be crazy bearish, but just something that tells me sellers have come into the market, right? So if I see that tomorrow, today is not a trade for me, but if I see that tomorrow, I will then put pound yen on my in my Discord channel, right, and on my own trading sheet. That pound yen is a sell trade for today, right? Then I will look for entries. I'll go down to the H4 and I'll look for entries, right? I mean, interestingly, we've had a nice bearish H4 candle there. But H4 is going to be tricky, right? Because there's nothing, I need a structure break. That's so firmly in an uptrend. Okay, so H4 may be tricky. H1, less so, right? So I would take a H1 entry potentially, right? You can see prices come up here. Let's say it just sort of, excuse me, ranges at this level, right? Moving average 20 catches up and then eventually it breaks. I love a break like this as well. I love it when we break H1 structure and we break the moving average 20. If we get that little combination, that combination is as good as Mo Salah and Roberto Firmino back in a few years ago for the Liverpool team. That partnership is as good as McAllister and Gravenbach in the centre mid positions of Liverpool FC. right? If we get that, I'll be all over it, right? So we need resistance level on the daily, nice bearish candle, breakdown in structure on the H1 at the, at the least, trade, right? You've got a setup. You've got a high probability setup. And the fact that it's so overbought up here is so overextended, right? Once you do get that break, or if you get that break, sorry, you've got a lot of room to move into, which is what you want with a trade, right? So yeah, really could be a nice little trade for tomorrow, Cedric, this. Right, what else have we got? Yusuf. Can we look at pound US dollar? Okay, we'll take a look at pound US dollar. We've got some other great questions coming in as well. I'll try and get round to all of them, guys. And guys, right, if you want to learn how to read the charts like myself, how to analyze the markets, how to find high probability trades, then we have launched the Simply Forex Complete Trading course. Okay, so if you go onto our website, www.simply-forex.com, you will see the course on there, and we are giving you 25% off right now on the course. We're doing this till the end of February. We're also giving you 25% off the VIP Discord and my mentorship program, where I coach you one-on-one. So if you're interested in any of those things, please go check out the website. And also, guys, just come join our trading community. It's totally free. So come join our free Discord channel. You can just speak to like-minded traders, have a bit of chit-chat, get some ideas. Come join our free Discord. Right, pound US dollar for Yusuf. Now, I quite like this as a buy trade, really, when I looked at it on the daily. But it's the weekly that stopped me, right? Because, again, I don't want conflict, right? Nobody wants conflict, right? Unless you're a MMA fighter, then conflict is kind of your job, right? But most people don't, right? Me included. And you can see we're in a downtrend, right? Lower highs, lower lows, clearly in a downtrend, right? Not a million miles away from the moving average 20, not oversold or anything overextended, okay? And at a very nice support, now resistance level, we've had bearish candle and bearish wick, okay? So the weekly would suggest we can come back down to here. Right? Again, this is not me making things up. This is the facts of the chart, right? Now, if we look at the day chart, totally the opposite, right? We was in this downtrend, and now we're in this uptrend, right? We're getting higher lows, potentially there, higher highs, although these highs are not breaking, right? We're above the moving average 20. Okay. And right, there's so many reasons to like a buy, and we've got this big bullish daily candle. So that would suggest we can take price back up to this 1.25 thousand psychological level. So you can see how weekly was clearly a sell trade, but daily is clearly a buy trade. And if we get that conflict, I don't want to trade it, right? I don't want to trade that bad boy. If you said, Tom, you have to trade it, otherwise we will pull your toenails off or drill one of your teeth, then I would buy it just based on that daily chart and this daily candle, and I would take price back to that level. And looking at this candle, right, I don't even need to look at H4 or H1, but I'm pretty sure both will be in an uptrend. Let's take a look. There you go, right? H4, uptrend, broke this high, right? Uptrend. If I was to buy it, I'd probably want to see a retrace and then take it higher, right? And then H1 going to be an uptrend, right? So H1 is interesting as well. It's holding on to this level. It's in an uptrend. It's become a little bit contracted, right? It's just going sideways. There's some contraction in price. If I get a bullish candle out there, I think we could potentially take price back up to that 1.25 thousand. All right, Yusuf. So yeah, I hope that helps. And Yusuf, I hope you are paying attention to all of your books at school. Right, what else are we looking at here? God, I sounded like a dad. I am a dad. So yeah, there you go. What else we got here? Hi Nuno. Brett said Tom would have been a gigolo. Yeah, who's to say I'm not a gigolo as well as a trader? Tom Nuno. Tom, in your trader's path, how many times you use a demo account? Okay, so it's a question I get asked a bit, right, about, you know, how you should use a demo account and how long you should use it, right? Now, any new trader has to use a demo account, right? Don't go straight into live charts. That would be suicidal. You would immediately lose money, right? So, of course, you need a demo account just to get used to the logistics and the functionalities of a chart, how you place a trade, stop loss, take profit. But you also need time to read charts and understand charts, right? Now, a demo is good for all of those things. And once you've proven to yourself on a demo that you can, you know, you can get some consistency in your trading and you have a strategy that works, then move to a live account, right? But what a demo account can't do is prepare you psychologically for a live account, right? It's one thing trading when, you know it's not real money, right? There's almost like a laissez-faire, you know, sort of relaxed, you know, feeling about it. And, you know, and to be honest with you, that's how I feel in my live trading now. And that's sort of like the holy grail. You want to be very relaxed when you trade. But as soon as you go from a demo to a live account, the shit will hit the fan. There's no two ways about it. I don't care how good your strategy was over how many months you practiced it, right? You will go to a live account, emotions will get involved, and things will go wrong. And it's a good thing because you want to understand those things early on. And I'm also not a big believer in a demo account. You know, people are like, oh, stay on demo. And yes, but you've got to get to a live account to feel trading, right? You've got to get on there and trade real money and feel it. Don't trade money, you know, crazy money that you can't lose, you know, but even if you just trade a micro lot, right? Like the smallest trade you can do, just trade real money. Now, another problem with a demo account is, and this is just money in general, right? So when you're on a demo account, each trade is not precious enough, right? On a demo account, I promise you're going to have, you know, not an A1 top-notch setup. And you'll be like, no, we'll give it a go, right? And it might work out, right? And you'll be like, oh, that's cool. But you're going to get in bad habits because of that. So a demo account can create bad habits. And each trade is so precious, right? Each trade that I take, I consider a business decision, right? It's my business. I consider it a business decision. And for that reason, every trade is precious, right? It either costs me money or makes me money. Now, I don't like to associate with money so much. I just trade percentages. But again, you need to have enough money on the trade to make it precious, right? So, for example, I'm coaching a guy, he earns, I don't know, let's say $50,000 a year or whatever, and he's on a live account, and he either, he's starting off small, he either makes $20 or, loses $20 on a trade. Now, in terms of his salary, that's nothing. And that's a problem, because those trades are not taken seriously enough. They're not precious enough. So you really have to find that sweet spot where the trade hurts enough in terms of financially, right? It will financially hurt you enough because it's a reasonable amount of money for you. But it's not too much of a crazy figure that it can have impacts on you and your money and savings. It's a real sweet spot, and it's very different for everyone, right? And you have to find that, because each trade is precious and you have to trade it so, right? If you've got $10 on a trade, you might be like, oh, well, let's just take it. And you can't be like that. You've got to get into the good habits. Another psychology thing you'll have further down the line is when you start, let's say you were trading $100 and you're incrementally building yourself up to $1,000 a trade. That brings with it psychology, lots of, psychology and emotions, right? So demo accounts do a job, right? They get you used to it, but they do not help you overcome the psychology of a live account. And another one, when we was on the trading floor here in Dubai, right, there used to be like new traders come in, and this one guy, like everyone was talking about, he's like, oh, he's killing it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm on the demo. He was a Canadian guy, got chatting to him, nice guy. And he was like, oh, yeah, I've done this percent. He's like, I'm killing it on the demo. And I was like, good, I'm glad. And I was like, right, so you're going to get onto the live account soon? And then he got onto the live account, lost money, right? Because you cannot prepare for it in terms of psychology when you trade a demo account. So even if it's just a little micro lot, get used to trading a little bit of money so you can feel it. So there you go, Nuno. Hope that helps. Also, Yusuf's got another good question here. Was transitioning from your job to trade a hard decision? The decision was not hard, right? So I had a full-time job. I was trading part-time, and I got to a point where I was thinking, right, I'm consistent enough, making enough profit to sort of give up my job and focus on this trading full-time. So the decision to give up my job, I was like, woohoo! Like, see you later, boss, you idiot. No, all my bosses have been all right, but it's just the corporate world, like, doesn't interest me. So that was an easy decision, but the hard bit came, again, psychology. So I had no money coming in from a salary, right? And then that added the pressure of me having to perform at trading. Before, I didn't have that pressure. I had a steady salary, and I was trading, right? There was less pressure. I took, a large amount of money away from me each week, and that applied pressure to my trading, and pretty much traded badly for a few months because of that, right? So yeah, not easy to make that jump, but you just got to get back into your rhythm, right? Everything else is noise, right? Just focus on your performance each day. And that's I prattle on about that all the time. And that's what I did. I just said to myself, like, right, it doesn't matter if you make this much, lose that much. All you have to care about is your performance each day. If that's good, that's all you can do in terms of my new job as a trader. And that's all I did. I just focused on my performance, and I made sure that was bang on every day, right? And then slowly we started getting back into our rhythm, and the profits came back, right? And, you know, I've been doing it ever since. So, yeah, again, you know, it's the psychology of that. You know, your trading doesn't change. It's the psychology that makes you do stupid shit. But yeah, good question, Yusuf. Thank you. Hi, Tom. We've got some really good questions today. I'm enjoying all of these questions. Let me have a drink. Afternoon, CJ. What did I have for lunch? I always have to tell CJ what I had for lunch immediately. What did I have for lunch? It wasn't that long ago. What was the fish? I had a mackerel salad. I think I had that last time. But yeah, mackerel salad. Trying to be healthy. It's bloody tasty, actually. Apart from all the salad. No, I'm only joking. It was quite nice. Hi, Tom. How do you deal with emotions when things are not going your way? It's hard knowing to do that every day, right? So, that goes back to my same point, right? It doesn't matter if you have a winning trade or a losing trade. Both are going to happen. All you can focus on is your performance. So it just goes back to my initial point, right? Everything else is noise, right? Everything else, you just get your blinkers on and perform, right? It's like footballers, right? You know, on a Saturday, they train all week, right? Saturday, the game comes. All it is about performance on that day. If they perform well, they might win, okay? Even if they perform well, they might lose, but it's all about performing well. If you perform crap and you lose 4-0, that's when emotions creep in, right? But if you've performed brilliantly, give it your all, and you lose, that's okay. That affects you less emotionally. So just focus on your performance. You know, forget the results. Just performance, 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 right? Guys, if I could just please ask everyone to please subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. Go check out our website, www.simply-forex.com, for all of our premium trading education. And also, please come join our community where the flowers grow. If you join our free Discord channel, it's free. Just come join, verify yourself, and away you go, right? You have access to the free Discord. We've got one question here, just quickly. Hello, Tom. What do you think about Powell's testimony from yesterday? Adnan, to be honest with you, it means nothing to me. He's going to testify again today. You know, it means nothing. All I care about is the direction of the US dollar on the charts. And the chart will tell me what to do with that, not Powell and his testifying, right? The chart will react to what Powell says, obviously, it always does. And then I will analyze it from a technical standpoint and trade it. Simple as that. I don't care what he has to say. I don't care what Trump has to say. Just focus on your performance and your strategy, right? If you're a fundamental trader, that's different, right? You probably care a lot about what Powell says. But even then, you know, what are you going to do about it? You're going to trade it from a technical standpoint. So there you go, Adnan. All right, guys. So yeah, thank you very much for all of your questions. Really enjoyed the live stream today. Some great questions, guys. Get more of these questions ready for me tomorrow, 7 a.m. New York EST time, same time, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow.